Hi friends, Julia here from Not Your Child Corp. Welcome back to our live feed. So again, from time to time we get questions about breathalyzers, about impaired driving and the laws governing impairment. And so it makes sense for us to have this live feed every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. where we can add value to the time that you spend with us and where we can be of better service to you, our beloved members and friends who we really appreciate. Okay? So, last week if you remember, we covered some of the common medical conditions that actually can affect a breathalyzer test or breathalyzer reading. And this week we will be talking about a very rare and uncommon condition that also affects a breathalyzer reading. And we have a special surprise, special announcement, Valentine's Day gift for our friends who also reside with us in Ontario. Yep, a special Valentine's Day gift for our fellow Ontarians. So let's begin, shall we? Okay, so the condition we'll be discussing today is endogenous ethanol fermentation, or also known as autobrewery syndrome. But before we get into that, why don't we start with some good news? Good news, bad news? Good news first for our fellow Ontarians. Is it too early to tell you this news? I don't think so, because today is the 28th and Valentine's Day is in 2 weeks, is on the 14th. So it's not too early. No, it's not too early. So here goes. Here's your surprise. As you know, we've said before, Valentine's Day is coming up. And I know that we may still be in lockdown for the most part. But you can still have a great Valentine's Day or Valentine's night, okay? Just use a little imagination. Now, you may not be able to visit him or her, but you can buy dinner for the both of you and have a virtual date. Why not? Might as well. Or you could purchase a restaurant gift card and buy some bottles of wine for your loved one's household so they can enjoy it and they will know it comes from you and they'll appreciate it. Okay, even if you can't be there with them. You'll be doing something great for your Valentine, and you'll be giving back to our Ontario wineries, our Ontario breweries, and our Ontario restaurants. Okay? Now for the good news. So, since you like our single-use breathalyzers so much, thank you for your recent purchases. And since you like them so much, all you have to do is send us your proof of purchase to info@notyourchild.com of your gift card or receipt worth $50 or more that you spent on an Ontario restaurant, an Ontario winery, or an Ontario brewery. Any one of them. Once they are Ontario based and you spent over $50, we will send you 2 free single-use breathalyzers. You just have to pay for shipping. I tried to give you 3, but I really couldn't, okay? So this promotion will end the weekend after Valentine's Day, and it's our gift to you. So buy your Ontario wines, buy your Ontario brews, buy an Ontario restaurant gift card, or buy dinner and save the receipt. Send the proof of purchase with the date intact to info@notyourchild.com, and we will send you your 2 free single-use breathalyzers or Valentine's Day gift to you for supporting Ontario. You just pay shipping. So contact me with those questions. Now, time for business, the business of the day. Autobrewery syndrome, ABS, aka endogenous ethanol fermentation, also aka drunkenness disease, is a very, very rare condition that turns the sugar and the starch ingested by people with the disease into alcohol. Yeah. So if they ingest any carbs or any starch at all, for example, eating rice, crackers, a piece of bread, even drinking apple juice, results in endogenous alcohol production. So people with this disorder, they become intoxicated. They can become completely intoxicated without even having ingesting a drop of alcohol. It's true. Now, to diagnose this, some doctors will use a carbohydrate challenge test. This is where they let the person eat a very rich, carb-rich meal, or they get the person to take a sugar pill on an empty stomach. And then, in both cases, after a few hours, they check their blood alcohol levels to see how they're doing. Okay? Well, now let's say you are one of the very rare cases of people that have Auto-Brewery syndrome. Okay? Or let's say you suspect you have Auto-Brewery syndrome. It's improbable, but it's still possible. The first thing you need to do is to get diagnosed by a medical doctor, okay? Secondly, you need to give yourself regular breath tests. So get a handheld multi-use fuel cell breathalyzer for yourself. We have some on our site. And test yourself regularly during the day, when you wake up, after your meal, etc. Remember, regardless of your medical condition, you are the one going behind the wheel, okay? So it's your responsibility to ensure that you are never, ever intoxicated before you operate a vehicle, okay? Now, this disorder is really not a get out of jail free card, okay? If you absolutely did not know that you have this disease and you get a DUI, after you're diagnosed and you have proof from a medical doctor, hopefully your DUI prosecutor will look at your medical records and dismiss the case under the involuntary intoxication defense. But once you know you have this rare disease, you no longer have the excuse of ignorance, okay? Guys, I always say, pay attention to how you feel before you go behind the wheel. That's an accidental rhyme, but and I love when that happens. But anyhow, I digress. This is why we say when you feel different, you drive different. It goes also for feeling tired, overly emotional, or what I like to call drunk on emotions. Don't drive when you're crying. Don't drive when you're angry. You know, when you feel different, you drive different. Anyhow, I digress. So, say you have this disease and you're diagnosed, you can no longer use your diagnosis as an explanation because you know it becomes an excuse. Now, you know your condition. If you have this condition, it needs to be controlled. And usually, if you are diagnosed, you will begin treatment. So, that's our cover of that very rare disease, ABS. So, contact us, info@notyourchild.com, for details on how you will receive your Valentine's Day gift from us with your proof of purchase from any of our Ontario wineries, breweries, or Ontario restaurants. Okay? Guys, remember what the wineries, the breweries, and the restaurants, what they actually mean to us. They mean bonding time and they mean mental health. Okay? Many of the reasons why we're so sad and find it so hard to concentrate, of course, other than reduced income, is not being able to take a break with a friend, you know, and share a meal, and share a beer, a bottle of wine, and some laughter. But listen, I have full faith that the hospitality industry will be booming again very soon. And I know they're going to be rushed by patrons. I truly believe that. Why, you ask? Yes, I'm an optimist, but it's because of human nature. Even me right now, I want to eat and drink with everyone, okay? So give back to our Ontario wineries, breweries, and restaurants and help them to hang on until then. Share the roles responsibly, friends. Give blood when you can. There is never ever a time a Canadian family does not need your blood, or wherever you live. So if you don't have the means to give anything for Valentine's Day because of the financial pressure from the lockdowns, I totally understand that. But you can still give your blood. It's free. You'll feel great after you do it. And I promise you, you'll make more. Tune in tomorrow morning for our weekly Friday Fun Facts. Yay! Where we arm you with fun facts about alcohol consumption before you head into the weekend. Thanks again for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. Get your wheels turning. Get your thinking for your Valentine's Day, okay? Let's try. Let's try to have a good day. Let's try with a little effort, a little push to make it a great time. Okay? We can do it. And remember our golden rule. When you feel different, you drive different. Drive sober. Ciao, ciao.